And okay, I just wanted to give a quick demo of some of the things that you can do in Affinity Photo. Um, so if you just bear with me, I'll share my actual screen. It's seems to have made itself very popular of late. Does Affinity Photo, and I think part of that might be because they've cut the price. It was never particularly expensive, but you can get it for £24 at the moment for what seems like a very well featured photography tool. So picture processing, photography processing tool. So I've just done the thing that I absolutely didn't mean to do.
Get one out of the garage. I'll get one in a bit. I thought you were taking it over today.
You might want to put yourself on mute, Andy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so just fire up Affinity Photo. It's quite similar to a lot of the other photo processing tools, but if you're just familiar with GIMP, it's there's a few things about it which are kind of quite different. And in fact, I've done it again. I've got it completely wrong. Right, open with Affinity Photo. That's what I wanted. So I'm just going to start off. I've got a picture of a moon here, which I've got by processing a video clip, which I'll just show you. So I've got an image here, and I decided I want to make a few tweaks to it to improve it. So what I need to do, and the way that Affinity Photo does things, is you use what you call adjustment layers, which in this particular case I'll just go through a levels adjustment first of all. So what I've done here, I can see a histogram. I've got an image with quite a lot of grey in it, and what I decide I want to do is just stretch it so the dark bits are darker essentially, and the light bits are a bit lighter. By just playing around with the, I think particularly I won't bother with that one. Just bring the black level up until it's at the bottom end of this histogram. So it's made an adjustment there. I've got probably a better balance between black and white. But if you see over the right hand side now, what I've got here is I've got the original background image, and then I've got a levels adjustment. So it's not changed the picture. It's just written an adjustment over the top of it, and I can actually switch that adjustment on and off, and decide whether I like the look of it or not. And then, as I say, you can keep doing these adjustment layers, and you get the levels adjustment. You've got a curves adjustment, which you'll find in any other photo processing tool. One of the things I like with Affinity Photo, certainly compared with GIMP, is you can, if you see it's brought up this kind of graph thing here, and you can just click on this button called Picker, and what you can then do, if you see the cursor here with the crosshairs, I might decide some of these white areas up here I think are a bit too bright. So you click on it, and then just move the cursor down, and what it's doing is it's darkening those basically the bright parts of the image, as it were, and then you can see with the curve on the graph over here exactly what it's done. So it's I've made you and made your bright bits, your very bright bits brighter, not so much on your not so bright bits. And you can actually keep going with this. I might say, well, okay, I want some of these dark bits over here to be brought up a bit. It's just got a bit too far. So I'll bring these up. Maybe I want to bring the light bit down again. And really, so I can just keep adjusting things, like this. And again, I've got another adjustment here, and I can just go through and I can say, well, okay, I'll selectively switch them off, see if I actually think this is improving things before I finish with the image. And you can do loads of other things as well with the filters. You can start adjusting colours. I'll just quickly show you one with an adjustment layer. I'll do the colour balance. So in this case, I'm saying the midtones. Let's say I want to make the midtones more green. You can see there it's green. Obviously doesn't look very good, so I'll just forget about that. And that's kind of the basics of it. And then if I want to, I can either save the Affinity Photo file, so it'll keep what I've got here. I can close it, come back into it, start making more adjustments if I want, or I can export. If I decided I wanted to export, say, to a JPEG file. Again, another neat little thing I find is that when you're doing the JPEGs, it will tell you the estimated size of the file. I used to find in GIMP I'd have to make an image and then see how big the file was, and then maybe make another one with a different quality setting. Okay, so that's kind of it to start with. So I'll just show you. I'll just close this one, and then I'll open. I've got here something which I started on. This is a Sombrero Galaxy, which has been taken from one of the Telescope Live images which I captured. Now what I've actually done, can you all see that, by the way? Because yeah, okay. What I've done here, Telescope Live gives you luminance red, green, blue images, which I've already combined those together. Just because I'm just trying to keep it simple, really. At this point, so I've got this starting picture here. Obviously, you can tell it's a Sombrero Galaxy, but it's a bit all over the place with the with the levels, really. So what I'll do is I'll make one of these adjustment layers for the levels, and then really start just start bringing these in a bit. Now, what I have found, and really found this on pretty much any of these photo processing tools, is try not to do too much in one adjustment. So if you make a series of them where you're doing one thing at a time, it seems to work better, and it seems to be less prone to kind of going a bit haywire, which it can do. Now I'm going to I'll just put a curves layer in here, because obviously we've still got quite a lot going on that probably not very probably needs adjusting. So I'll just use the picker tool in the curves, bring this background down. So again, it's You can see the dust line standing out a bit more now. And then we've got this zoom facility down here. So just zoom in a bit, and then I can see more detail on what it is I'm trying to process. And really, I think what I'm trying to do here is I'm just trying to bring this dust line out, make the dust line nice and dark if I can. And then maybe just maybe try to bring up the brightness on the central bulge a little bit. So again, I'm not trying to do anything too spectacular in this one image. I can see, right, okay, this is going wrong, so just delete this and try again. I might leave that dust lane alone. Let's see if I can bring this part down. There is quite a bit of detail you can bring out round here if you can manage it. I'll possibly zoom out a bit. Oops. Zoom out a bit. Again, all I'm really trying to show you is, you know, the kind of things which I've found it very useful for. So certainly found it very flexible tool, and once you've got a bit of practice with it, I find it pretty easy to use. What else did I want to show you? Oh yeah, there's quite a few kind of touch-up tools as well, which I've found useful. These telescope lives can have quite a few rogue pixels on. So there's again, I think it calls a blemish removal tool. What it actually does, gives you this circle. So I'll just make the circle quite a bit smaller. Just make it 10 pixels. Okay, so what happens here? You can see this red. It's obviously a rogue pixel come out on the red channel. If I just get that inside the circle, click on it, move the circle to a black bit over here, and in fact I'll try it again. And okay, I've missed a step. You just have to bear with me. What I'm doing here is you've got this option to just merge all the visible layers. What that's done is it's created me a new layer. They call them a pixel layer, which is just kind of like a standard picture layer. And it's just created that from everything I've done so far. And now I'll just try the same thing again. Now you can see that red dot just disappeared, and the reason for that is what I'm saying is if I click on something and then I hold down the left, sorry, if I do a left click and drag, then it replaces the original bit, so this green pixel here. In fact, I'll just, if I do this, move it to that, you can see it's replaced that, what was a green pixel there, with this star here. So it's kind of saying, you know, take that and replace it with that. Again, just a standard touch-up tool, which you will find in other, you know, in other pieces of software. But again, I've found this very, very easy to use. Now I'll just come out of here because I've got another image where I want to show you something. This is another one of the Telescope Live images which I took. This is the Large Magellanic Cloud. Which will pop up in a moment. This is quite a huge image, which is why it's taking a bit longer. Now, as you can see, this is the Large Magellanic Cloud, which if we were in Australia, we'd be able to see, or somewhere in the Southern Hemisphere. But I've got this image here, and it's kind of got this greenish, grey-greeny background. Now, one of the features which came out in the last release of Affinity Photo, it's got this filter which is called Remove Background, and it's classed in a group called astrophotography, although it's the only one at the moment. But what this does, if you see here, we've got these rings. Now, if you pick the background, an area of background, I'll just go on one of these green areas here, hopefully free of any stars. So I'm saying that's the background. That's what I want to get rid of. Just click on this sample at handle position, and you can see what it's done there is just, you know, with a couple of clicks, just taken all that background away. And that I find really handy. If you could, obviously, if you take a picture with a camera out of the back garden, you'll get light pollution. And this is really good at getting rid of it. And there's just another. I'll just cancel that. There's another thing that you can do. If you've got a gradient, it doesn't seem to need it on this picture, but you could maybe say, well, I've got a gradient running across from one corner to another, so I'll just click up here and put two of these circles. It's actually the wrong thing to do in this case, but it would take a gradient. So if you saw, you know, if it's much lighter down in one corner and darker in the other, you know, that basically will be the way to deal with that. Again, as I say, it just seems very straightforward, clicking on a green area and getting rid of it. You know, it works on this particular image, and then I'm back to the same place, so I can start. I can just start manipulating again on all the images. So that's all I really wanted to show you. Really, just a quick whistle stop of the things it can do. There's plenty of proper tutorials out there if you're interested in it. There's a guy who works for Affinity called John Ritson, and he's done kind of a lot of official tutorials, all on YouTube videos. Now I certainly found when I was first trying to learn my way around, he was a bit, it was a bit advanced, the tutorials that he was giving. He seemed to assume a level of background knowledge, which I found it hard to pick up at first. So I found another guy called Ken Wally, or Ken Whaley. And he seemed to do some which were much better suited for beginners, and it would show you you know, all the techniques I'm using here with the tools, and that on a very basic level. I found once I'd learned that, I could go on to the official videos, and they were they made a lot more sense at that point. So yeah, so I think I'll just leave it at that. If you want, as I say, just a quick whistle stop tour even. In fact, I will just show you. I don't want to run through it because it will kind of take about 10 minutes to actually do it. But there is a feature now called where you can do an astrophotography stack, and it will let you stack images. If anybody's interested, I can take you through that on another day. But as I say, it kind of needs, you know, if I try to do the stacking, it'll sit there and chug away for 5 minutes or so, you know, while everybody amuses themselves. So I don't intend to go into that at the moment. But just to say, you know, I found it very useful, and I've used it to stack the those Telescope Live images, and also things that I've taken as well. Okay, so I'll finish up there.